Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Phoenix and this is the Consumer's Guide to Filmmaking. The Beach Bum, 2019, Harmony Korine. This film follows a poet known by the moniker of Moondog. An all-around amiable weirdo, Moondog spends his time riding and partying all around the tropics. Returning home to his wife for his daughter's wedding, a late-night drive results in his wife's death. Due to a stipulation in his wife's will, Moondog will not see a cent of her fortune until he finishes his book. Broke and nowhere to go, Moondog travels through the tropics, the Florida Keys, and tries to find inspiration for his next book. While I might not be as high I'm sorry, on this film as I was when I first saw it, I still feel it is an interesting and funny movie, and it comes at an interesting time in Harmony's career. This film to me reads as a self-reflective piece on Korine's ethos and intentions as a filmmaker. Inspired by a group of people he was hanging out with in Florida at the time, and considering that this film came out after the success of Spring Breakers and literally no one seeing Trash Humpers, Moondog seems to be not a self-insert for Harmony Korine, but more a vessel for maybe a particular set of feelings. I think maybe it's the feeling of wanting to reconnect with what made his movies great. In this film, Moondog's quest to write his new book came from him hanging around with weirdos, the fringes of society. He reconnected with what he loves, which is just living life and having a good time and making art in the process. At the end of the film, Moondog blows up a boat with his entire inheritance money on it and laughs on his way back to shore. To me, considering the path Harmony Korine has taken with Edgelord Productions, the end of this film is Harmony saying, "Fuck you to money," and realizing that you don't need millions of dollars to make good movies and have a ball in the process. On top of that, The Beach Bum is a solidly written comedy. At 95 minutes, the film wastes little time. While Harmony does love to revel in mood for long periods, the scenes in this film always serve a purpose in terms of comedic value or developing Moondog's character. I'm sorry, but all the stuff with Martin Lawrence is comedy gold, and you can't tell me fucking otherwise. The scene in the courtroom would languish in other movies, but Harmony managed to make it work within the context of this film. Sure, on the surface, it can come off as a little clean and cookie cutter in terms of structure, but Harmony always puts his spin on things and his voice shines through beautifully. To bring this kooky world to life, we have a ragtag cast of everyone under the sun. Matthew McConaughey plays Moondog, and he is so great in this movie. In many ways, he embodies this character, and there are so many subtle and powerful moments in this film. The moment he realizes that his wife is cheating on him is exactly how a stoner weirdo like Moondog would react to that. The quiet pain he feels when his wife dies was honest-to-God magic. On top of that, McConaughey's particular charm is on full display, and he can be laugh-out-loud funny at times. Joined by the likes of Snoop Dogg, Martin Lawrence, as I mentioned, Zac Efron, and the like, Moondog's adventures are brought to life excellently. In terms of direction, this is definitely a Harmony Korine film, but it is more in line with Spring Breakers than it is Gummo. Top-notch camera quality, but still shot in a guerrilla style. Matthew McConaughey is just bumming it around the Florida Keys, and this camera sort of follows him like a fun documentary would in ways. There are, oddly, these moments of really nice lighting during storm sequences, where McConaughey is dancing around in the rain and it will be lit in a dark blue or a purple. It was very nice. Editing-wise, it is probably the cleanest editing I've seen in his film. Every choice to cut isn't particularly weird or jarring like in his previous films. The footage that is cut to always corresponds neatly with dialogue or the scene it is being intercut with. It is purposeful like his other films, but not as left field. The sequence where Minnie dies is probably one of the best edited sequences in any of Harmony Korine's films. It had such impact when it cut to the ambulance. Musically, the palette of genres and styles in this film is absolutely just banging. What I like most about the film is how the songs are super well used for their corresponding scenes. The one song during the montage sequence before Minnie dies was really apt and rhythmically matched the editing beautifully. The moment when The Cure's Just Like Heaven blares over the moment Moondog realizes he's being cheated on was honestly just brilliant. What original music there is in the film, it has a very atmospheric and bouncy comedy tone and never wavered beyond that. The light pianos and percussion fit the tropical setting and the laid-back vibe the film was going for. So yeah, while this isn't going to be in my top 10 of 2019 anymore, I still greatly admire The Beach Bum. Another film by Harmony Korine that is funny, quirky, and quintessentially him. Featuring an underrated performance by Matthew McConaughey, a baller soundtrack, and Harmony's unique visual style, the world of this film is brought to life excellently in both acting and directing. It may not be my favorite of his movies, but it's one that I think deserves a little more appreciation. Recommended. And I am feeling an 8.5 out of 10 on this one. Catch you later, guys.